Welcome back. First, we're going to look at how do we link pages in different directories. Second, we're going to look at how do we create bookmark links that are going to take us to a specific part of the page. And third, we're going to look at how do we create links that open up in a different tab. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we have 4 HTML files that we want to hyperlink together, but they're in different directories. For instance, inside of our hyperlink directory, we have our earth.html and our index.html. But inside that hyperlink folder, we also have a folder 1 that contains our about.html, and the hyperlink folder also contains a folder 2 that contains our contact.html. Let's take a closer look. Let's say we want to put a hyperlink inside of index.html that takes us to earth.html. Well, this one's going to be pretty easy. Inside of our hyperlink, for our href value, we're just going to put earth.html. Since this hyperlink is inside of index.html, the first place it's going to look is inside of the hyperlinks folder. And since earth is directly in there, all we have to put is earth.html. Let's say, for instance, we want to go have a hyperlink that goes from index.html to about.html. Well, first, again, our hyperlink is in index.html, so we're going to look inside the folder that contains it, and we need to get inside of this folder 1, so it passes in folder 1, and then after that, we're going to look for about.html inside, which is right here. So if we need to go inside something, well, it's just another, the name of that folder and a / and then the file. Let's say we want to get from a hyperlink from the about.html to the index.html. Well, first, we're inside of this folder here. So our link is in about.html, which is in folder 1. We need to get outside of folder 1, so that way we can get to index.html. To do this, we're going to use the .. So whatever directory we're in, it's going to go ahead and take us up to the next directory. So that's going to take us, this .. is going to take us from folder 1 to the hyperlinks folder. And once we're inside the hyperlinks folder, well, index.html is directly there, so that's all we have to put there. And let's say we want to have a hyperlink that starts at the about.html file, and we want to link it to the contact.html file. Okay, again, since our hyperlink that we're creating is here, we're going to go ahead and start from the folder 1, and we need to get outside this folder. So again, we're going to put the .. That's going to take us to the hyperlinks folder. And since the file is not directly inside of there, we need to go inside the folder 2. So we go inside of folder 2, and then we're just going to look for contact.html. Let's go ahead and write some code. At the top of each page, we're going to create 3 links to the other 3 pages, much like a navigation bar minus the CSS. But don't worry, in the future, we're going to make a fully fledged navigation bar. So let's go ahead and create our 3 links. And one of them is going to be Earth. And one of them is going to be About. And the other one is going to be Contact. And it's a little bit. All right. So to get to earth.html, notice it's inside the same folder. So we can put earth.html. We save it. And if we open this up in the browser, we click Earth, it's going to go ahead and take us there. So let's go ahead and create the link for the about. And since about is inside the hyperlink folder is the folder 1, we need to put folder 1 and then about.html. We click on it. There we go. And we also have our contact, which is inside of folder 2. And if we try that out, there we go. All right, so let's go to our other 3 files. And you know what? Let's just copy that to save some time. Being that we're in Earth, let's just go ahead and change that to homepage. Okay, so homepage is our index.html. It is in the same directory, so we can just put index.html. And our about page is inside of folder 1. And our contact page is in folder 2. And let's go ahead and try those out. So there is the home page, about page, contact page. All right, there we go. And on to, let's go to the about page. So go have one for home, Earth, and contact. Clean these out. Okay, so we need to get outside of the folder 1. So // that'll take us to the hyperlink folder, and index.html will be right there. And we need to get to the Earth as well. So that's also, we need to get out of folder 1, and we'll go to Earth. And then for contacts, that's in a different folder. So we still need to get out of folder 1, and we need to go into folder 2 and go to contacts. Go ahead and try those out. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and add this to our contact.html page. We have home, Earth, and the about page. Okay, so we're inside of folder 2. There's nothing else in there, so we're going to need // for all of these. So to get to the home, which is index.html, we get outside of folder 2, go to the hyperlinks folder, and it is right there. And to get to the Earth, that's Earth file, earth.html, is going to be the same. And to get to the about, we got to get outside of folder 2 and then go into folder 1 and find our about.html. So far, when we click on a link, it just takes us to the top of the page that we're linked to. But with bookmark links, we're able to go to any part of that page. So let's say, for instance, we want to go to article 4. Instead of scrolling all the way down and finding it, we're going to create a link that takes us straight there. So we're going to go ahead and create our hyperlink, and we'll call this article 4. Now, we have to identify where we want this to go. So we're going to go down to article 4, and we're going to find the element that contains this, which is this H2 here, and we're going to add an ID and call it article 4. Now we can go back up to our hyperlink, and we're going to use the pound sign to say, hey, we're looking for this particular ID. We're calling it, and it is called article 4. So if we open this up, we have our article 4 link here, and it takes us straight to that article. So what if we want to create a link to a particular part of this page from another page? Let's say if we're on earth.html. Let's go ahead and have this one here. Now, this won't work because it doesn't take me to that page. It'll show up, but I click on it, nothing happens. I first need to go to index.html. So let's go index.html since we're in the same file. And then it says, hey, # article -4, take me to the ID article -4. Let's go ahead and save that. Oops, hold on here. Open that up. And if we click on this, it'll take us to the index page at where that particular ID exists. So, all right, let's create a hyperlink that's going to open up in a new tab. So we're going to go ahead and create our hyperlink. We'll call it row Adept. And tube. We go over our browser here, refresh. And if I hit Grow Adept, go ahead and take us to the playlist, but we want it to open up in a new tab. Go back to our code here. We want to add a target, and we just want to say underscore blank. So when we go back to the browser, go ahead and make sure we refresh. We click on this link now, it's going to go ahead and open up a brand new link. So the default is to go to the same page or keep it in the same tab, but if we set it to underscore blank, it's going to go ahead and open up a new tab for us. One last thing, if you'd like to create a link that takes you back to the top of the page, all you have to do is put in the pound symbol. And of course, you need some text. It doesn't need to necessarily say top, but you need something there so you have something to click on at the bottom of the page. And it takes us back to the top. Hope that was useful. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and it is greatly appreciated. Hang around because next we're going to take a look at description lists. So go ahead and click the card up above me, and I'll see you there. Thank you.